change is hard. Change in our individual lives, whether that be a change towards something healthier or maybe different kinds of habits. Change in organizations can be really hard as well. Have you ever worked really hard to actually make a shift in your organization, only to look up weeks later and to realize nothing's actually changed? You're busy, your team is trying, but it feels like you're pouring energy into a black hole, trying to shift something that's just not moving. And then we worry about maybe trying to motivate people harder, but it's not a motivation problem. Often, it's an alignment problem. In this video, I'll show you how to focus your energy and your teams where it actually makes a difference. That's how you stop spinning your wheels and you start creating real momentum. Now here's the thing, most change efforts don't fail because they're bad ideas, they fail because we scatter our attention and our energy, and our team's energy too. We try to change too much, too fast, in too many directions, and we try to do it by simply declaring that this is how it's going to be from now on. But then people get tired, or maybe even they get angry, they resist, sometimes even if they think it's a good idea. And then if they finally do get on board, there's a lack of focus that causes priorities to blur, and then momentum dies. Now, if you want lasting impact, you need to lead with focus, not force. Here's the truth most strategy decks ignore. People don't follow instructions, they follow meaning. If you want to make a difference and truly lead change, don't just tell people what to do. You need to focus on telling them a story they can live into. A story that connects the dots between what they do every day and the difference your business or your organization is here to make. Now I get it, sometimes people do need instructions, and there are times in which you do need to have come into some standard operating procedures, but not a large binder where people just follow through like automatons. They need to know why what they're doing makes a difference, and then how to do that in your particular way. Now, Greyston Bakery is one of these places that I think is amazing. It's located right in the middle of Yonkers, New York, just outside the kind of noise and pressure of Manhattan. They've been baking brownies and blondies since 1982, and they sell their product all over the world. They do a really good job making and selling brownies, but notice how they state their real mission. They say, we don't hire people to bake brownies, we bake brownies in order to hire people. Their focus is crystal clear, inclusive employment. They don't try to fix everything, but they do go deep on one issue that reflects the difference they want to make in the world. Their open hiring policy is simple. That's actually what they call it. It's an open hiring policy. It's actually been registered. They hire people who want to work. That's it. They don't ask for resumes, there's no job interviews, no background checks, and it's first come, first serve. You get started in an entry-level position. If you want to work, you put your name on a list, and when your name comes up, you start. Now, this wasn't some marketing gimmick. It was built on a deep belief that work can restore dignity, that a business can be a bridge to opportunity, and that people, given the chance, can rise to an opportunity or to a challenge. Now, most leaders hear that and they worry about chaos. No vetting? No control? Isn't that just asking for problems? But that's the thing. Greyston didn't grow by trying to control every outcome. They focused relentlessly on why they existed, to create opportunities through work. And that clarity gave them the courage to lead differently. And that opportunity given to these people made them want to engage. It worked. The brownies for Greyston ended up on grocery store shelves in Ben & Jerry's ice cream as well. They became a model for businesses across the US and beyond. And here's the takeaway. They didn't lead change, both in their organization or in their industry, by pushing harder. They led by staying focused on what mattered most. In fact, I just read not that long ago that they've pulled back some of their other things that they do as a foundation in order to focus back on this inclusive workforce, this open hiring policy. Now, do they have recipes on how to do brownies? Do they have ways in which they actually make these things happen? Do they have rules and regulations and instructions? Absolutely. But Greyston proves that impact doesn't come from force, it comes from focus. By aligning your decisions, your culture, and your business model around the one thing that matters most to them. When you do that, people follow. Now, you don't need to be a social enterprise to build a business like that, or to tell a story like that. Every business solves some kind of a problem. So here's a simple starting point for crafting your change narrative. First, what's the broken thing you're trying to fix? What is the problem that your organization, your building can fix? Be honest. What's wrong with your industry, your community, your space? What pain are your customers feeling? Now, second, what future are you working toward? What does better actually look like? And paint that picture. Show others what it would look like when the problem is solved because of what you and your organization do. And third, how does your business help people step into that story? What are you actually doing when you work with people? And what are they doing when they work with you, when they buy from you, or when they join your team? Now remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress that invites participation. This doesn't have to be a perfect story, but you can weave the impact you hope to create into everything that you do. So if you're looking to make a difference in your business or your organization, stop trying to push people with logic or pressure and start pulling them in with a story. If you can name the change you're fighting for, the problem you want to fix, and show people how to step into it, you won't just build a stronger business, you'll build a movement. And if you want help crafting your own change narrative, drop a comment or give me a message. This kind of focus is the kind of thing that can take your business into the next stage of success, growth, and impact. Make sure to subscribe for next week's video where we'll talk about aligning your operations with your purpose, because clarity without execution doesn't actually go very far.